What if I told you that the absolute best way to build genuine gardening confidence isn't starting with expensive perennials or fussy specialty plants, but with a handful of genuinely easy annual flowers that germinate fast, bloom generously, and forgive almost every mistake a true beginner is likely to make? Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to know exactly which annual flowers are genuinely easiest for beginners and how to care for them, so your very first flower garden actually succeeds. If you've ever felt intimidated walking through a garden center, unsure whether you have what it takes to keep anything alive, I want you to understand something important. Annual flowers are genuinely the most forgiving category of plant available to a true beginner, and choosing the right ones takes almost all of the guesswork and risk out of your first attempt. Unlike perennials, which return year after year and require you to get your initial planting and placement genuinely right for the long term, annuals complete their entire life cycle within a single season, meaning, even if your first attempt isn't perfect, you get to try again next year with everything you've learned, with genuinely low stakes and low cost involved in each attempt. This makes annuals the ideal training ground for building real gardening skill and confidence, before eventually branching out into more demanding plant categories. Let's talk about which annual flowers are genuinely the easiest for a true beginner to succeed with, because choosing the right varieties from the start makes an enormous difference in how satisfying your first gardening experience actually feels. Zinnias are genuinely one of the most forgiving flowers available anywhere. They germinate quickly from seed sown directly in the ground, tolerate a wide range of soil conditions, and reward even minimal care with abundant, colorful blooms within just a few weeks. Marigolds share this same genuinely easy nature. Their cheerful orange and yellow blooms are remarkably tolerant of inconsistent watering and less than perfect soil, making them an almost foolproof choice for a first-time gardener. Cosmos bring an airy, delicate look that belies a genuinely tough, low-maintenance nature, thriving in poor soil that would actually cause many other flowers to struggle. Sunflowers offer perhaps the most genuinely satisfying beginner's experience available. Their large seeds are easy to handle and plant correctly. Their growth is dramatic and visible within days, and the payoff, a towering, cheerful bloom, feels genuinely rewarding even for someone who's never grown anything before. Nasturtiums round out this genuinely easy category beautifully, tolerating poor soil, requiring minimal care, and offering the bonus of edible flowers and leaves, for anyone interested in exploring that aspect of gardening too. For beginners specifically interested in cut flowers to bring color indoors, sweet peas and cosmos both perform genuinely well in this dual role, thriving in the garden while also holding up nicely in a vase, letting new gardeners experience the full satisfaction of growing something they can actually bring into their home. And for anyone working with containers, rather than an in-ground bed, petunias and calibrachoa, sometimes called million bells, genuinely excel in pots, spilling over container edges, with continuous color and tolerating the somewhat less consistent watering that container gardening sometimes involves for a busy beginner. One decision genuinely worth understanding as a beginner is the difference between direct sowing seeds straight into the garden versus starting with small transplants purchased from a nursery, since each approach offers distinct genuine advantages depending on your specific situation. Direct sowing, planting seeds straight into prepared garden soil, is significantly cheaper and genuinely simpler, since it skips the entire indoor seed starting phase with its need for grow lights or a sunny windowsill. Zinnias, marigolds, cosmos, sunflowers, and nasturtiums all genuinely thrive when direct sown, making this the most beginner-friendly approach for most of the varieties discussed here. Purchasing small starter plants instead offers a genuine head start, particularly useful if you're getting a slightly late start in the season, or specifically want blooms as quickly as possible. Petunias and calibrachoa in particular are commonly sold as starter plants, rather than seeds, since their seeds are genuinely tiny and slightly trickier for a true beginner to handle successfully. Neither approach is objectively better, choosing based beyond your specific timeline, budget, and comfort level is genuinely the right call for a first-time gardener. It's also worth thinking about how to structure your very first season in a way that builds genuine confidence progressively rather than risking early discouragement. Starting with just 2 or 3 genuinely easy varieties, rather than attempting a dozen different flowers all at once, lets you focus your limited beginner attention on learning the fundamentals with each one, rather than spreading yourself thin trying to remember different care requirements for an overwhelming number of unfamiliar plants. Simultaneously, once you've successfully grown your first 2 or 3 easy annuals through a full season, you'll have genuine, hands-on experience with watering, deadheading, and basic troubleshooting that transfers directly to expanding your garden the following year. Whether that means adding more annual varieties, branching into a few easy perennials, or trying your hand at a small vegetable bed, alongside your now established flower confidence. Many genuinely successful long-term gardeners specifically point back to this kind of deliberately simple first season as the foundation everything else was built on, rather than an ambitious, overly complicated first attempt that ended in frustration and a hastily abandoned garden bed. There's genuinely no rush to prove anything or grow everything at once. A small, genuinely successful patch of zinnias and marigolds in your very first season teaches you significantly more and builds far more lasting enthusiasm for the hobby than an ambitious, overwhelming garden plan that collapses under its own complexity before summer even really gets started. Now, let's talk about light and temperature, because getting these 2 factors right genuinely matters more than any other single decision a beginner makes. Most easy annual flowers need 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily to grow strong and bloom abundantly, so choose your sunniest available spot, whether that's an in-ground bed or a container positioned on your brightest patio or windowsill. As for temperature, most of these genuinely easy varieties thrive once nighttime temperatures consistently stay above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Meaning planting after your local last frost date, information genuinely easy to find with a quick search of your specific zip code, sets you up for success without needing any specialized equipment or complicated timing calculations. There's genuinely interesting scientific research behind why annual flowers specifically make such an ideal starting point for beginner gardeners. Plant breeding research has documented that many of the most popular garden annuals, zinnias and marigolds especially, have been selectively bred over generations specifically for vigor, disease resistance, and tolerance of a wide range of growing conditions. Essentially, decades of breeding work have already done much of the difficult adaptation work for you, producing genuinely forgiving plants nearly custom-built for beginner success. Beyond the plant science, there's meaningful research on the psychological value of quick, visible feedback specifically in skill-building activities. Studies in behavior change and habit formation have consistently found that activities offering fast, visible results significantly increase the likelihood someone continues engaging with that activity long-term compared to activities with slow, delayed feedback. Annual flowers, with their rapid germination and quick bloom times, genuinely provide exactly this kind of fast feedback loop, which helps explain why so many lifelong gardeners specifically point to an early success with easy annuals as the experience that got them genuinely hooked on gardening as an ongoing hobby. Watering correctly is genuinely one of the most important skills a beginner develops through growing easy annuals, and the good news is that most of the varieties discussed here are genuinely forgiving of minor watering mistakes while you're still learning. Check soil moisture by pressing a finger about 2 inches into the soil, watering deeply whenever it feels dry rather than sticking to a fixed schedule. Most easy annuals need roughly an inch of water per week. Whether from rainfall or manual watering, though established zinnias, marigolds, and cosmos genuinely tolerate occasional mist waterings, far better than more sensitive plant categories would. Water at the base of your plants rather than overhead, and water early in the morning whenever possible, giving your plants time to absorb moisture before the heat of the day accelerates evaporation. This simple habit alone prevents many of the most common beginner watering mistakes. Fertilizing and pruning both stay refreshingly simple for a beginner working with genuinely easy annuals. Working a bit of compost into your soil at planting time, or using a basic all-purpose potting mix for containers, provides most of the nutrition these forgiving varieties genuinely need for their entire season. A single balanced fertilizer application, once your seedlings reach a few inches tall, covers the rest for most beginners. Pruning is similarly straightforward. Deadheading spent blooms, simply pinching or snipping off faded flowers, encourages continued flowering on zinnias, marigolds, and cosmos specifically, and pinching back the growing tips of young plants, once early in the season, encourages fuller, bushier growth, rather than a single sparse stem, both genuinely simple habits that any true beginner can master within their very first season. Even with genuinely easy plant choices, beginners occasionally run into a few common problems, so let's troubleshoot the most frequent ones without overcomplicating the solutions. If your seeds aren't germinating within the time frame listed on the packet, check that your soil hasn't dried out completely at any point during germination. Even a single missed watering day can prevent a seed from sprouting successfully, and simply replanting a fresh seed in that spot resolves the issue without requiring you to start the entire bed over. If your seedlings look tall, thin, and pale, shrubs noticeably toward one direction, this genuinely indicates insufficient sunlight, and relocating your container, or accepting that a particular in-ground spot needs a shade-tolerant alternative next season, resolves this stretching behavior. If your flowers seem to stop blooming earlier than expected, check whether you've been keeping up with deadheading. A backlog of spent blooms left on the plant genuinely signals it to redirect energy towards seed production, rather than continued flowering. Catching up on deadheading, even removing quite a lot in a single session, often restarts blooming within a week or two. And if you notice small holes chewed into leaves, this is typically the work of common garden pests. And for genuinely easy annuals, a simple, strong spray of water from a hose, repeated every few days, usually manages minor pest pressure without requiring any chemical intervention at all. One genuinely valuable aspect of starting with easy annuals that beginners often don't fully appreciate until later is how much low-stakes experimentation they allow, because you're replanting each year rather than committing to a permanent perennial placement. Your first season with annuals genuinely becomes a real-world laboratory for learning what works in your specific yard, which spots get the most sun, how your particular soil drains, how much time you genuinely have available for regular care, without the higher stakes and cost of a mistaken perennial planting that you'd need to dig up and relocate. Many experienced gardeners genuinely credit their first season or two of easy annuals specifically for teaching them these fundamental lessons about their own yard and their own gardening habits, lessons that then inform much smarter, more successful choices once they eventually move on to perennials, shrubs, or vegetables. What makes building your first garden around genuinely easy annual flowers such a smart strategy is how directly it addresses the two biggest obstacles that cause so many well-intentioned beginners to give up before ever really getting started: fear of failure and slow, discouraging results. Easy annuals genuinely minimize both of these obstacles simultaneously, forgiving enough that a few mistakes won't ruin your entire season, and fast enough that you'll genuinely see real, satisfying results within just a few weeks of planting, rather than waiting an entire year or more to know whether your effort paid off. So this season, pick up a few packets of zinnia, marigold, or cosmos seeds, or a couple of nasturtium and sunflower seeds. If you want that genuinely dramatic beginner payoff, find your sunniest spot and simply start. You don't need perfect timing, expensive equipment, or years of experience. You just need the right forgiving flowers and a willingness to try. And within a matter of weeks, you'll have real, honest proof that you genuinely can grow something beautiful. If you love learning about seasonal flowering, plants, vegetables, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub. your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.